What's up, Dean? Saber Performance. I thought I started a video yesterday, but apparently I didn't. That is what it is. But I did put a video of Jared's Phytech injectors. Those are the injectors. Part number 181800001-6. These are like 60-pound injectors that come with the Ultimate LS kit. They are absolutely trash. Some of them will start pulsing at 1.2 milliseconds pulse width. Some of them won't pulse until almost 2 millisecond pulse width, and it's more of a dribble, anywhere from like 1.5 to 1.7, 1.8. It kind of just dribbles out the injector, and then the flow is close to 20% off. Like, I know it's not a fancy machine or nothing, but basically you run it through, like I run it through the acceleration test, and it just kind of starts like idle, and then it ramps up, and then, you know, I go away for 20 minutes or whatever, and then all this foam will go away. And some of them were like 25, 30. Some of them were 15. So he got a new set of injectors ordered for his airboat. That is, don't remember which. I know which airboat it is. It has an LS, but I don't remember what the LS has got done to it. But that'll solve a bunch of his issues. Like two cylinders are cold, and like the boat runs really good, but just rather order a set of injectors. So he's getting like I don't remember what I sent to him. I think they're like 60-pound injectors. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, Alex's truck up on the lift. Started with the fans. The shroud and the fans came in this morning, and it fits perfect. I don't know. You can kind of see, not really, but damn. It fits the core absolutely perfect. The bottom lip drops down inside this bottom lip. The top bolted up perfect. And then I used a P-clamp on the hose to hold it up. Oh, this actually came with both ends of the connector. So I could just use the other end of the connector. That's pretty neat. Usually they don't come with the male side. They only come the female side. So that's kind of neat. So I gotta take those, run them up to the relays that I put up there on the fender. You can't see them. You can see one eyelet right there. Right there is the battery wire for one of the relays. So I gotta make another battery wire. I'm missing a bunch of the little terminals because I make all my relays. I don't take these and just butt connect onto them. I literally pop every terminal out and then put all new wires in. So right now I have the 12-volt wire is looped between the key on wire is looped between the two relays, and then I have a long wire going to the back, which I got to tie into key on power. Then I have that one power going over, and I have the two outputs from the Holly going into the relay, so you trigger each fan individually. Then that white with a blue will go to the 12-volt signal for the AC compressor. That way it sees it. So that's as far as I can get with that. So I said, well, I got some of the parts for the exhaust, so we're going to start doing the exhaust. So I did a 3 to 2.5 slip reducer with like the band clamps. So put this one on, and then I basically just stuck a straight piece of pipe in there for now, which I might end up like doing a little bit of a roll. I don't really know, because then I'll have to roll it back down or turn the muffler cockeyes. Then this side, same thing, the reducer, and then it's kind of a 45 and another 45 comes over the cross member. I have the shift cable to think about, the floorboard to think about. So came over 90, and then a 45 shoots it back across the truck. Then I have that 90 there ready to go on here, but I have to get the muffler to figure out the spacing in between the inlets on it. Then we're going to take it, cut all this down, because the muffler is like 20, I think it's 18 inches. The body of the muffler is 18 inches. So I'll cut this all the way back, like somewhere over here, put the muffler in, and then come out of the muffler with like 245s and angle cut them. And just have them right underneath that quarter panel there. So that's as far as I can get with his, but I'm trying to keep everything above the cross member in case he lower. I know he said something about lowering the truck and stuff, so I'm keeping it above the cross member. This is all fully welded, all these, but that's not clamped, so I can get a little skirt out of it. Then David's truck, another OBS. This is a 408 stroker. So he brought it up to get the Holly Terminator kit. Yesterday he dropped the battery off, the starter. It's a Power Master, like one of those clockable ones. So that's kind of where I started, because his truck was on the lift. So that's the starter down in there. So I got it in and clocked, which unfortunately put the terminals against the motor almost. So I made that battery cable so that I could tighten the starter up in there. So that's in. I can't see because of the 4L60, or because of the bell housing, like a fully enclosed bell housing. It's actually a it's a 6-speed, T56 6-speed, I think, believe. So I got the battery cable run up and over here. Got to get the battery tray from them. Then we're going to have to do something with the intake tube, maybe turn it and come back. Not really sure. Or flipping it to the other side is tough because you got the radiator hose over there. Oh, I used a different hose on his. Why is there so much less? There's so much less room on this truck, seems like, but there's not. I don't know. Maybe the hose came up over and looped out and over on his, because I have his intake tube going over there. But I don't know. But yeah, so I went ahead, I got the injectors. These are 60 pound per hour injectors. No, 76 pound per hour injectors. I got them in, tucked the harness behind the rail, got it all tightened down. Starters in. That's about as far as I got on his, because I need to decide where I'm going to put the main Terminator harness through. Now this truck has a big hole right there, and I don't know what that's for. So I gotta send him a picture of it. But what I'm thinking is those two little bolts, I could 3D print a plate to cover all of that stuff. This looks like somebody drilled it because it's still got all the burrs on it. I believe somebody drilled that for something. But I could 3D print a plate to go over that. Use these two existing screws. Make the plate like interlock with the hole for the main harness to come out. Yeah. So I got to figure out what that hole is for. Wonder, because I don't think he has. Dude, I think these are a little bit different years. Can't see it on his because his is up in the air. Yeah. Oh, that's all the ECU wires are coming out there, I think, or whatever the pile of wires is on his truck. So I'm probably gonna have to pull a schematic on the truck and see what that is and if he's using it or not, because he's got some of the harness on. He wanted a whole new harness, but unfortunately there's nobody that makes a harness for this truck that I could find. If you know somebody that makes one, I looked on Painless, I looked on American Auto Wire. Nobody makes a harness for this truck, and I don't want to do a universal one because there's a pile of wires behind that dashboard that I do not want to deal with right now. But yeah, I am tired. I can already tell. Oh, it has the groove. The belt has to go back one groove. I'm going to do that before I leave so I don't forget. But yeah, that's what we got. The Mad Hatter, Nathan, not Anthony. He's got a fuel pump coming. So once he gets that in, we'll run out there, finish up his tune. And that's about it. I mean, we got these, and then we got the Monte Carlo, which is another nightmare. Big vacuum leak. It's commanding 650 RPM for idle, and it idles at 950 RPM, and that is with the throttle body screw all the way backed out. So it's still idling too high with the blade completely slammed shut. So he's definitely got an intake leak. Whether it be an injector, like the port for the injectors, or intake manifold gaskets. I already kind of went through. I thought it was the map sensor, but I put an O-ring and pushed it back in. That didn't help at all. So I believe the intake gaskets are just shot on it. So it's another one. I got to get that in here, but I'm going to finish Alex's truck, get it out of here. Then I can get the Monte Carlo in here and figure out what's going on with that thing, get it tuned, get it out of here, and then we'll focus on David's truck. We might be doing something else, not really sure, but yeah, kind of cool. It's got a narrowed, kind of a back half, if you want to call it that. He's got some big tires to go on it. It looks really funny with the little tires because they're so sucked in. But yeah, blah, 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 right? All right, that's about it. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, new videos, leave me a comment, and as always, have a good day, have a good weekend. Bye.